It wasn't long ago that YouTube was a meritocracy. In fact, it was founded as a meritocracy, where everyone with skill and imagination could aspire to reach the highest levels. The opposite of a meritocracy is a place where nepotism rules. And nepotism is the practice among those with power or influence of favoring relatives or friends, especially by giving them jobs. And that's what YouTube has become. YouTube is fast becoming a Kakistocracy, a system which is run by the worst, least qualified, or most unscrupulous citizens. Hey guys, stay with me because this is a very important video regarding YouTube's blatant censorship of truth. And since YouTube is now demonetizing just about everything I put up, I'd like to let you know that this video is brought to you in part by our friends at patriotrates.com. Stop paying for overpriced insurance. How many of you are tired of paying simply too much for auto, health, or life insurance? You can cut your insurance rates substantially and save big with patriotrates.com, and it's owned by veterans. Patriot Rates sources competitive pricing on auto, health, and life insurance, and will always have your back when it comes to finding the best quote to fit your needs. You literally have nothing to lose except paying too much. Visit patriotrates.com for a free quote on auto, health, and life insurance, and stop paying for overpriced insurance. I'll leave the link to patriotrates.com below this video so you can receive your free quote today. As Huffington Post and BuzzFeed are laying staff off in droves, it's clear that the dinosaur media cannot compete in the public square of ideas with the alternative news media. CNN, MSNBC, The Washington Post, The New York Times, they cannot win the hearts and the minds of the people in the public square that was YouTube. So now Google's YouTube is literally cheating to help them win by burying search results that would yield alt-media news sources and by demonetizing the truth media altogether. According to the Daily Mail, YouTube launches a $25 million crackdown on fake news as Google pledges it will make more authoritative news sources more prominent. And they're doing a bang-up job so far. 10,000 human reviewers at Google will help determine what will count as authoritative sources and news stories. Go ahead and type in news to YouTube's search bar. Now you'll get Fox Business, CNN, NBC News, Guardian News, ABC News, CBS News, and Sky News filling the first full page of results, all with anemic view counts. These are not the videos people are seeking out to watch, i.e. trending news. These are the nepotistic search results provided by YouTube's new algorithms, which filter out less authoritative news sources. YouTube is now a Kakistocracy and no longer the meritocracy, which once made it great.
This latest one is just the latest in a series of steps that tech companies have been taking at the direction of groups like Media Matters and the Atlantic Council to say, here's how we're going to control who's on there. What these groups figured out was that they would have to find a way to be able to change the algorithm to deny you the ability to continue to watch what you're interested in. Now think about that.
Yeah, it's so
What YouTube
interesting.
is saying is we are going to change our algorithms to prevent you from finding what you're looking for if it's not in agreement with the narrative we want you to believe. If it's not in agreement with the narrative we want you to believe.
And according to the New York Times, YouTube will move to make conspiracy videos harder to find. The January 25th article reads, whether it's a video claiming the Earth is flat or the moon landing was faked, conspiracy theories are not hard to find on Google's YouTube. But in a significant policy change, YouTube said on Friday that it planned to stop recommending them. And just like an alphabetized phone book, you can be sure that under the C's, you will still find CNN. But if you're looking for anything conspiratorial related, it will no longer be alphabetized, and it most certainly will not appear in your search results. The scariest words spoken by any tech company head in recent years were these.
When you use Google, do you get more than one answer? Of course you do.
Yeah, of course.
Well, that's a bug.
Yeah.
We have more bugs per second in the world. Because we should be able to give you the right answer just once.
Alphabet's Eric Schmidt, overseeing his Google empire. and his YouTube empire. Eric Schmidt wants you to assimilate with the Borg into the collective. After all, there should only be one answer to every question, regardless of how complicated said question or subject matter may be. The Apollo missions? One answer. The 9/11 attacks? One answer. The creation of heaven and earth? One answer. It was the March 2015 issue of National Geographic that summarized Eric Schmidt's vision for Google and YouTube.
We should be able to give you the right answer just once.
Anything other than one answer constitutes a war on science, according to National Geographic. The March 2015 cover constituted these 5 unshakable truths. Climate change exists. Evolution happened. The moon landings were real. Vaccinations cannot lead to autism, and genetically modified food is good. Any questions, research, or narrative counter to these established, fixed, immovable facts, according to Nat Geo, constitutes a war on science. Never mind that the IPCC fixed mountains of climate data to fit their narrative. Never mind that the Big Bang is no more provable than the Book of Genesis version of events. And never mind the inexplicably odd word choice of NASA astronaut Don Pettit regarding NASA's moon landing technology.
I'd go to the moon in a nanosecond. The problem is we don't have the technology to do that anymore. We used to, but we destroyed that technology, and it's a painful process to build it back again.
And never mind that Dr. Andrew Zimmerman, a pediatric neurologist and the government's own witness, blew the whistle on vaccines as absolutely raising the risk of autism.
Dr. Zimmerman declined our interview request and referred us to his sworn affidavit. It says on June 15, 2007, he took aside the Department of Justice or DOJ lawyers he worked for defending vaccines in vaccine court. He told them that he discovered exceptions in which vaccinations could cause autism. I explained that in a subset of children, vaccine-induced fever and immune stimulation did cause regressive brain disease with features of autism spectrum disorder.
And never mind that genetically modified foods, at least the ones coming from Monsanto, contain glyphosate, Roundup, in the food's cell on a genetic level. Yes, in the food you eat. Yep, the same Roundup that has been banned in Germany and 13 other countries. The same Roundup that has been banned by Costco. And the same Monsanto GMO corn that has been banned in Austria, Italy, Venezuela, in fact, in the case of Monsanto's corn known as Mon 810, across the EU. But if you dare say genetically modified food, which allows a corporation like Monsanto to patent and own that food, is evil, you are waging war on science. After all, there should only be one answer for every question.
When you use Google, do you get more than one answer? Of course you do.
Yeah, of course.
Well, that's a bug.
Friends, if you value content like this, please support SGT Report on Patreon. I will leave the link below this video. A $5 a month pledge would go a long way to helping me and my team continue to pump out great, real news content, regardless of what Eric Schmidt and YouTube do to try to stop us. And for real news, 24/7, news that YouTube can't censor, visit us at sgtreport.com. God bless. Bye-bye.
Dr. Stephanie Seneff of MIT predicts that by 2032, 1 in 2 children will have autism. 80% of boys will have autism. We can't survive as a country if we get anywhere near that figure.